Hello.
Gay zone.
Well, that was unnecessary. Hello. This is the podcast we're starting at. This is a pilot episode, and we're called Marmaris. Um, Today, with me is Alex, and I'm Jer. How are you guys? Never mind, you can't say. Um, Today, in this podcast,
We're
I've
not
thought
talking
of.
to other people. This is for us in the future.
I know, sorry, mate, but like, we're talking about some topics that I thought of.
Future me, if you are like half as retarded as I am now, you are so fucked. I'm sorry. Like,
Probably.
I'm sorry, mate.
We probably think
Even
of this.
tomorrow.
Yeah, probably. So I've thought about some topics. Alex hasn't thought of anything, so like
I don't think.
I'm just gonna go with it.
I
Okay.
spontaneously erupt with thoughts.
Fair
And
enough.
Normally not good ones.
Fair enough. So my first topic to start with is kind of a heavy one, just to start off with, but climate, and mostly climate change. What are your thoughts?
If climate changes, that means I can go on to different places for holiday.
Yeah, but is that a good thing?
Yes.
Yeah? But
Yes.
like, where would you
Definitely.
go if
I mean,
if
I
climate
could
changed?
go to the. I could go to like south of England, swim in the sea, and it'd be warm.
Well,
Uh,
yeah, okay, but like,
Oh, and if Antarctica doesn't exist, you can just go over the north of the. Oh, speedy.
if Antarctica didn't exist, I would be like, a beach would be next to my house, mostly.
Yeah.
It would be
I
a
think-
45-minute walk to get to the beach, and with a car even faster. That would be fun though. Like, half a country would be underwater.
Like more than that. Like
More.
the Netherlands is on average under sea level, isn't it?
Yeah, on average, yeah, indeed it is. So that's fucked. Also, there are solutions, but just nobody is thinking of them. Like, I did some research. I saw like a website where they just put numbers in for like a lot of stats. Well, there is a lot of oil in the earth. There's a shit ton of it, you know? Like billions of
Hello.
liters.
We're just chilling. I'm just recording it for some future point, so join in with dumb stuff if you want.
Who are you talking to?
Lysander. We have another, but yeah, we're just chilling. We thought podcast would be funny.
Hey, this is between you and me. Let's move channel.
we have a future. I have a future note that if I'm half as retarded as I am now, I'm fucked.
Alex. Oh, he left. So, that was fucked, but never mind. So, there is a lot of oil in the earth, but if we drill it out at the same rate as we're doing now, I would be 58 when the oil is done. 46 years. 45
I
or
thought
something.
it was like 2050 the oil was meant to run out.
Yeah, maybe, but like, let's say hypothetically we mine every last bit of oil, every last bit, I would be 58. We're not gonna do that because really hard to find, or maybe. I don't know about the oil
Technically,
industry.
if we guess the amount of oil, I think. I mean, coal is a problem. You know what annoys me? Germany. They're like, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna close our nuclear plants and go back to coal because we're big brain.
Well, there's a whole nother issue with nuclear plants though. Like,
Not really.
waste. There's waste.
You have nuclear waste to deal with, but we'll have fusion and fission, and we currently do fission where we break stuff down. Fusion, we
where
combine
you
stuff,
smash things together.
and then it breaks back down, and we can do it again. Fusion is amazing.
Yeah.
And people are like, oh dear, deaths from nuclear. The deaths from nuclear are nothing like the amount of people that have died from coal. It's harmful to so many people.
Yeah. So, did you know the sun is a giant fucking battery?
Yeah, basically.
Like, there's like
That's
eight.
pretty true, because you're just going to run out.
No.
After a
Yeah,
while.
yeah, but we won't. Humankind won't exist by then. Promise me, we'll
Realistically, yeah,
we'll destroy
yeah,
ourselves before then.
yes.
So, you know how much energy it produces in megawatts
A
per
few.
hour?
3.
18 trillion, maybe 180 trillion. I don't know the exact number, but that's even if we pick up like 1% of that,
Yeah,
the
one.
planet, the whole planet would be self-sufficient.
There's a thing called a Dyson sphere,
I know.
basically.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I know
super
what that
cool. And
is.
what? Yeah, set up a base on Mercury, and we could try and slingshot
Mirrors. Just
mirrors basically
giant
around.
mirrors.
Yeah, basically around the sun. You wouldn't need that many at all. They would need to be a fraction of a percent of the sort of surface area of the sun, and we would get ridiculous amounts of power.
Yeah. It if it would be sent back to Earth, it would just like if there was nothing to catch that or just convert it into energy, it would
We'd just burn.
burn. It
Yeah, we'd have big problems about, I think, global warming and stuff. We'd have like more than slight problems at that point.
if you put like I don't know, there's like there could be a metal with a high ass melting point. It would vaporize instantly. Like
Yep.
it would
We'd
be
need to
so
diffuse
hot.
it. We'd need to use like more mirrors and stuff to like
Yeah.
diffuse it down because we'd have a massive, great beam.
Beam. Yeah,
Zzz.
it's like fucking insane.
You could kill people. You'd be like, oh shit, you go onto the zappy thing.
Yeah, just push him into the ray of doom, you know?
To be fair, it'd be like a country-sized area. Like a large part of the world would just turn into.
Yeah, but if you put it in an ocean, it would still be. That part of the ocean would be vaporized, and the whole ocean would eventually be vaporized, because flowing, you know, would not be good. Put it on Australia or something, nobody cares. Oh, if Australians watch this, who? No. But honestly, the world is fucked, and nobody really does anything. I want to talk about one last thing about the climate. Earth, now people are putting the climate change on individual people, even though
No,
that's not how to fix things. That is almost like unless the issue is
transport.
personal.
Yeah,
No. Unless the issue is personal, you can fix it personal. If it's not, you cannot fix it on an
no.
individual level.
One person reducing their energy amount by half and completely changing the way they live is way. It just means nothing compared to a million people just getting slightly better windows or whatever.
Yeah, and
And that's not what matters. The two big things are farming and transport.
no, companies mostly.
But it comes down to agriculture and transport. Basically, um cows belching and methane, and
Farts. Am I right?
cutting down and cutting down rainforests, which is
Yeah.
basically, I don't know if you know this, they cut down a rainforest, they grow a cash crop for a few years, they make good money off like palm trees and palm oil and palm hearts for a
Which
few
is
years.
put in most products.
Yeah, which they get, basically they use the fact they get good amounts of nutrients from the ground to do that.
Yeah, because
You get
ash
they
is
burn
pretty
they, yeah,
good
they
fertilizer.
exactly. They do that, everything's going great, and then suddenly they have the light problem that they're kind of out of nutrients. So they sell the land to some poor farmers who can graze cattle there for a few years, and then the ground is absolutely oofed. Grass won't grow there. People don't want to live there because they can't grow anything there. They've just used some land up.
Yeah, so it just completely like
It's just disposable land.
in the Middle Ages they did something similar before they invented like or they thought of the three three-part land system. So, like, I'll just talk about it a little bit. They use
Yeah, why not?
three sets of like land, just three places. One with farming, one with just grass and cattle, and then one more with farming. So you would constantly each year shift between those two. Then the one with
Exactly.
cattle and the grass would just get fertilized again, then gets used for crops. Then
Mm.
and again and again and again. You could do that before, but it would just cost more if
The
you had the
place, yeah,
money. If you, but
yeah,
yeah,
the place where I went camping, the farmers that did that. They had a whole bunch of big fields, and they rotate the years they rotate crops and livestock around.
yeah, that is just good for the land because then it won't run out of nutrients, so it can still grow crops and it can be reused. Because shit and farts are bad. Shit is good for the ground at least. For the air, not so much, but who cares? We shit all the time. We just dump it in the toilet. We could shit
True.
outside, but like that's a bit uncivilized.
Eh,
So yeah, that
yeah, there's a
was
comedy sketch about something called a smart pipe, and it was a joke a couple of years ago. Basically, a company pretends to be it's a sketch of a company and so on. And they're like, we take your poo and then we measure it and we work out like if you're healthy or not and how to change your diet. And this was a joke. And there are now companies who are doing exactly that. They're taking something that you don't care about and using it to get bonus information to help you.
uh,
And
if you want to
which
switch
is a
over
good
the
idea.
oh yeah.
It's a good idea, but I find it funny that it was a like comedy sketch that seemed absolutely stupid. That actually was quite a good idea. Companies
Yeah,
are trying to do that now.
honestly, yeah, but like taking shit is a bit gross, but like I guess.
Yeah. I mean,
But
then yeah, with climate change, you have all the things of trying to do different fuels. There's like hydrogen-powered cars. There's
it
like
it's
oil
really
cars as well.
expensive in energy wise, hydrogen,
Yes.
but like it's kind of better. But if the energy still comes from like coal or like just any not green energy based things, then it's just it's still gonna be stupid. Like,
Yes.
not really stupid. It's just gonna be it doesn't work. You're taking something green, but you're making it with bad. Like,
Yes. It's like people saying, "Ooh, I can drive my Tesla with electricity." Well, if you're having to make electricity from coal, then you'd be better off using like you might be better off just using other fossil fuels. It wouldn't matter.
like I I saw one dude with a Tesla, and he put like an oil generator or just gas generator. Never mind.
Yes.
He put it in the back so he could charge it whenever he wants to. He just needs to go to a gas station if he wants to refuel. It's good. It's
But
effective.
why do you have an electric car then if you're
Yeah,
gonna
yeah. That's the whole issue. Why do you have an electric car? Just to show off, I guess. But why not buy
Oh,
a more expensive normal car then, huh?
because Tesla can be kind of cheap at sometimes, and people are like, "Ooh, that's cool, Tesla."
Yeah, that's true. But like, yeah, it's genius that the man did that. But like,
Smart.
it's not how
I
you're
mean, to be fair,
supposed to use it, though.
Teslas are quite fuel efficient, so if they were cheaper, they would be worth it because they do sort of pay off after a certain amount of years.
Well,
Especially if you
yeah.
do solar panels. If you live somewhere nice, you stick solar panels on your roof, and then you're good.
Well, we have solar panels on our garage roof because on our roof it's like it's not to the east and west, it's the north and south, so it would not pick up as much. Oh no, it's
Yes,
like if you put it to the north or south,
it
you
gets it
could
real.
have just over it and then just yeah, but we have to the east and west, so
Yes.
it would only cover like half. But since we have a flat garage, it can just be constantly.
Yeah, it just cooks.
That too, and we don't have to pay our electricity bill. We usually
Yep.
get money back, which is a good thing.
Yes, you supply electricity and energy. There's an island off the coast of England somewhere where they're banned from adding more solar panels because they're on a remote island, so they have things like wind turbines, and everybody has solar panels and so on.
Yeah. So they have
So
too
they have too much.
much.
They have too much, and they can't actually send it all back to the mainland because they don't have good enough cables for that.
It was supposed to go one way, not the other. You know.
I mean, it's cool but if we put better cables in, it's sick. You basically just get free power. I
Yeah.
mean, I think solar panels pay off in like parts of America. They'll pay for you to get them. So after something like 8 years, they pay off, and they're normally rated for They're normally rated for about 10 years, and they can normally go up to about 15 or like 20 years. But by that point, they're running at like a third of their efficiency or something.
Yeah.
Apparently,
Um.
so
Like
so it's very worth.
in like our government gave us money if we put down solar panels. So many people did that, so the whole like all the money just was gone in like a couple years, and it was like we don't have any money left. What are we gonna do now? I'm like, I don't know.
Uh, make money because you're not paying for energy.
Yeah, like so many people in the Netherlands did that because it was just extra money. It they would give you like half back, so it would be a good investment because you're gonna save in electricity bills. 'Cause if you don't spend that much, if you just have just normal lights, you don't um, use like I don't know your microwave 20 minutes per hour. I don't know, but it's a bad example, but like
Eaters, so on and so on. Yeah.
if you use just normal amounts of energy, like lamps, just maybe, yeah,
Off when you don't need them. Yeah, turn your lights
just
off when you leave the room or whatever. Yeah.
just be at least a bit energy preserving, you know,
Yeah.
then you can save on electricity bills easily. If you can't afford them, that's completely fair. Nobody's telling you you should. If you can,
But if you can, it's good.
it,
And
it's
people
it's
also do a
worth
water heating thing as well,
it's
where it's not
worth
a
the
solar panel
investment.
as well.
Yeah,
Where you should have something that looks like a solar panel. It's basically just a black
yeah.
thing, and you
The,
just run water pipes up and down in it.
Yeah, I know.
Uh,
I've seen that. Like people had that for their pool because they just wanted warm water in the summer, and that's just an easy way.
that,
In winter,
that,
it doesn't really work. But like
nope, you
in
need sun.
in the summer, perfectly. Solar panels on the other hand, winter, no problem. Summer, no problem. As long as it's not night and there is sun, it
I think
works. The other one just
it's good.
requires heat. Uh, so, I have one more, another topic. Health. Physical, mental, emotional, just health in general. I myself am now, next week, I'm gonna start a low sugar diet. Like, I'm not taking in that, I'm first of all not taking in that much sugars, like candy, sweets, stuff, sweet beverages, that sort of thing. I'm just trying to keep that a bit low, but now I'm gonna cut down on like bread, rice, pasta, just sticking it to like water, tea, or something, and then just meat, veggies, maybe a fruit a day, like that.
I eat so much fruit.
Yeah, okay.
That's why I'm not fat because I will take oranges or apples if I know they're quite nice over biscuits. Happily.
That's fine. That's completely fine. Like
Yes.
I'm just gonna do that next week till like the next half year. I'm gonna follow it
Good for you.
completely, and then I the main goal is lose weight. I don't want to get really buff. I don't want to get really strong, really good
I
condition. No, I just want to lose weight. I'm now 82 kilos. Not really proud of that. I gained a lot of weight during the summer. I
did I
was
mention
I was
how at the end
77.
of year 6 I got a pamphlet for being overweight. They weighed me instead of giving me one for being underweight. They gave me one for being overweight. It was like drink diet drinks, eat lots of drink diet drinks instead of regular ones. Eat lots of salads instead of eating biscuits. So at that point, I wasn't eating particularly healthy stuff. I was eating lots of biscuits and drinks. So I just still was super light.
Yeah, I'm just like I saw one story of like two fat, really obese sisters. They were like they could roll.
Tammy and something else.
Yeah, so they just
Yeah.
said, oh, after each meal I just drank a diet coke to balance it out. No, that just tops it off.
Yeah, it's if you
That's
just
like
have
a big
you have to
cherry on top
remove-
of a cake.
yeah, you have to remove the amount of calories. It's Nikocado avocado.
Yes,
Like, I'll
who
be healthy by
doesn't?
eating 4 avocados and drinking ginger water before I eat like enough food to kill an elephant.
How?
Yeah,
Like,
he used to be thin as well.
there's a difference.
It's sad. You can go back to his oldest YouTube content. He's like super thin.
I've seen comparisons to like him just. He
And
wasn't. He wasn't
he had a
super
parrot.
skinny, but he was like normal.
He was pretty skinny at the start. Actually, he was pretty skinny. He played the violin, which I very much doubt.
And
he does
then
anymore.
he
had a parrot,
just.
and he was chill. And now
What?
he's just a massive mess, and he's like, Jesus Christ. And he's like, look at me, I lost weight, and then, ooh, look at me, I'm now 300 pounds or whatever. I'm like, get your life in check.
Yeah, but like the thing is, he makes
sec.
money off that.
You smell like a rotten potato, Alan.
Cassie, get out.
Wow.
You too. It's my room. Get off my gaming PC.
Okay, we just had an intruder, a small child, breaking into our lovely podcast today. Yeah, we were just rambling about things. So health. My diet is gonna start soon. I'm also gonna just instead of taking the bus to work, I'm just gonna take the bike. I'm just gonna take my bike. Like,
I cycle to school, and I do enjoy it, to be fair.
but how long is it?
It's not too far, it's like 2.4 miles, and it's a straight line, basically. With
Yeah,
tons
but
of traffic
time,
lights.
time-wise, I'm asking.
I could do it in 15 minutes if I try, but I know people who do it in like most of half an hour, but I do it in 15 minutes because I know the tricks to avoid lights, and I know things like the timings for all the lights in a row.
Oh,
So I know when, and there's a trick with lights. If you know it's gonna turn green soon, but it's red and you're quite far away, slow down loads, and then you won't have stopped by the time you get to near the front, and hopefully it's gone green then or yellow. At which point you're still moving at like a decent speed, and all the other cyclists have to start from nothing, and you can just go speeding past them.
or about cycling, like I can go fast really quickly, but like I go about 20 kilometers per hour, which I don't know how many miles per hour that is, but like it is.
I don't know what we measure stuff in, to be fair.
Like I'll just calculate it. Let me just Google it real quick. So
12 miles an hour, I think. .5.
yeah, like 12.5 miles an hour.
There we go.
So
Big brain.
I could do that, no brainer. I could keep that up for like about 2 hours, maybe
I'm
more,
not a fast cycler.
maybe
Not
more.
really.
But
My
like,
bike was free. It's a rust bucket, but it's got thin tires and it goes kind of fast. I just sit in about top gear as well.
I
when we get
never
started.
switch gears. I absolutely never. Like
And then I get to a hill and just die.
I still don't switch gears. I don't.
normally don't switch gears, and I absolutely die.
I have thick thighs. I have muscle. You are skinny.
I don't have cycling muscle. I can walk forever. I can cycle for a really long distance if I'm not going too fast. Like hours and hours. But when we have the traffic lights, there's like 10 of them in town, and I'm basically doing sprints.
yeah.
And it's not a bike and I'm staying in top gear, so I'm not going up through the gears as I should be to accelerate properly. I'm just pushing
Uh,
with all my
yeah.
weight on one leg, then on the other, and so on.
I don't need to do that. I can just boom. I just push one time and then I'm going fast. And then I just
Yeah, but I don't weigh
constantly.
enough to do that.
No, but like,
I'm holding onto the handlebars and going, pushing down.
I
I
can
don't.
just casually sit down and just push, 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 and then just keep going faster. Like,
What did
so,
I do today that's quite funny? Oh yeah, I was chilling. Yeah, chilling with some friends, basically at Jesus Green, so like a massive sort of park-like thing.
yeah.
And one of my friends has rides my bike. He brakes, and my bike instantly stopped on the grass. It was scary. I swear my tires are on that grip. It literally instantly stopped. It was scary.
Yeah, I get that. Um, like,
And the bike instantly stopped, fell to the side, and he fell onto the ground, and he
yeah.
burst into laughter. It was hilarious.
But by the
And
way,
I rode some of my friends were racing bikes because a lot of them are racers.
d
But my bike is about as fast, to be fair.
okay. Do you know why I wanted to start this podcast?
No.
Two reasons. I just started to get into like a podcast. It's called Tangents, pretty good. Um,
I know.
it
You keep telling me I should listen to it, but I'm not. I'm not much of a podcast person. I
no,
might try it.
that's fine. Why are you doing a podcast if you don't want to learn to listen to podcasts? Never
Listening
mind.
to podcasts and talking on them is different.
Yeah, I get that. So like,
Other people are idiots, but I know I'm super smart, and everybody wants to hear me talk.
wow, the arrogance on this man here. But like, the other reason is because funny. That's just my main motto in life. Because funny.
When are
If
you gonna
they
get that tattooed on your shoulder?
Oh yeah,
Because
that's
funny.
right. I'm gonna get that tattooed. I don't know. Maybe when I'm 18, like somewhere.
Dude, after you come visit England, after my parents are like, Jesus Christ, who is our son friends with? Someone who has
A
because funny
dude,
tattooed.
a dude that has because funny of it. They already like know me from you maybe talking about me, or just
Yeah.
telling. You're probably telling weird shit about me, and they're just like, okay. They don't
Sometimes.
know what to respond with that because I do the weirdest shit sometimes. But yeah.
Oh, I am very fast.
Why is there a child goblin in your room? Just wondering. Also, if you didn't notice, I'm walking around because I can't sit still for long. Unless I'm concentrating on something completely, like gaming, I can't sit still. That's why I have a wireless headset. Good. And yeah. Um, do you want to take a quick little break?
Nah, I'm good. I just
No.
needed to get the little one out of my room,
Fine.
and then look over my shoulder just to check she's actually gone.
Yeah. So,
For about 3 seconds. Let's be fair.
like,
You want to go get a drink? That's fine.
I'm just gonna fill cup of water. I can still talk. So, do
That's
you
fine.
have anything you actually want to talk about?
First, we talked about we talked about mental health. We talked about physical health a bit, diet.
We're talking about diet. We haven't touched physical or mental health.
You mentioned you're cycling. Yeah, I've been cycling every day. Quite enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Quite nice. I know. I always go for a walk on Saturday or Sunday. Like, I just need to get out of the house. I can't spend 2 days in the house.
Yeah, I get that. Like,
Even if we go into town or whatever, I need to. It's not possible.
yeah. I'm just gonna take a quick break. If you want to just talk, that's fine. I'm just gonna put down my headset. I'm back.
Nice.
That was just a quick little break. Physical or mental health? Which one do you want to start with first?
Physical, probably. I think my mental health's fine.
Probably. So physical
Maybe.
health. I've been just doing sports because, like, I don't have many hobbies, but I consider my sports hobbies because I do them beyond what I pay for at a club. You know, I play
Yeah.
badminton. I don't really do that beyond that, but like free running, I enjoy the living shit out of that. It
Does
is,
sound very fun, to be fair.
it is.
Cambridge, you can't really go jumping over the roofs of the colleges. They don't really like that.
I
Not
get that.
very much.
I absolutely get that. Private properties, that sort of thing.
There isn't really.
I've seen YouTubers try it, get caught, get sent off. Fine.
Yeah. You can go walking through the colleges, basically.
Yeah.
And but no one says anything. If you look polite and you walk like you're going somewhere, you can walk through most of the college grounds, basically.
So
Because
grab a bag, grab a cap. You look fine.
no, opposite. Don't wear a bag, maybe, but hood down, no cap on, and that way they're like, okay, this person isn't hiding. If you have a cap on, they don't like that sometimes.
I have a London, England cap. That's gonna scream tourist.
That's gonna scream tourist at them, yes.
Yeah, so why would they be suspicious? It's not like a foreigner is gonna blow up a school. Why would they? It's no point.
Definitely not.
Why would I? I'd rather blow up my school. If I was
Funny.
going to. But yeah, it's just. I enjoy the living shit out of doing sports. I am in sports wise, I'm really competitive. I really want to be the best. Like that might sound a bit arrogant, annoying to others, but
I get that.
I want to be the best of what I can do. If I am
I agree
trying to
with that,
learn
yeah.
something at freerunning, I'm trying to learn a side flip. I'm trying to learn how to do some sort of wall jumps. It's difficult. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm getting there. Like, there's just things that I like with sports. It if I go free running on my own, fucking boring. If I take at least one person that is maybe anything that can maybe jump like 1 inch off the ground, way
Yeah,
more fun. Way more fucking fun. Even if they can't do shit, even if they're in a wheelchair, still very fun. Not saying I have friends in a wheelchair, but like,
To be fair, it's gonna be me and you're gonna be in a wheelchair at this rate, but
true.
yes.
But like, when I'm doing sports, I like to bring people up, try to challenge them to do something that they can do, which I know they can. Like a couple feet jump, anyone can do it. They're just afraid to do it because they think they might fall. That's with free running. It's 50-50 mental physical. You can do it. I can jump a really big gap, which is 2 meters high. If I would fall, I would be in a whole lot of pain. I can do it though. I just need to push myself to do it. But like even with small jumps, people are sometimes just afraid. But like, okay, let's step back from free running. So, I would like to go to like a calisthenics park and work out, but
agreed.
I'm
I got an
really
app on my phone that does a nice sort of workout. It does a sort of right. I think it starts 20 seconds jumping jacks, 10-second rest, then it goes into like 6 incline push-ups, 15-second rest, I think, like 6 knee push-ups, feet off the ground,
so it's just
25-second rest,
small.
then like 10 proper push-ups, 10 25-second rest, 25 wide, not 25, 10 wide push-ups. Oh god, my everything dies.
Oh, I get that. Also, with
Can't do
with
them well.
with push-ups and such, I'm just pushing myself to do more and more push-ups every day. I try to start with 10 push-ups a day. I do them each day, but not at the start of the day. Like if I forget, I forget. I do them later. It's still in my mind. It's just I do them later.
Yeah, I did the work. I've been doing workout in the morning for the last few days, and
It,
I
it
think yeah, doing knee push-ups and so on, I think is quite good because you can do so many of them.
Yeah, I just do normal push-ups because that will
I can
just train my strength and to do more. I can. Last week I tried to do 5, was fine. This week I'm going to do 10. Next week I'm gonna do 15 in a row. At the end of my whole next half year, I might try and do 100 push-ups in a row. I've set myself this goal last year, well, beginning
yeah.
of this year. I want to do 100 push-ups in a row.
All right, that's a very good goal, to be fair.
That is a
I have the
good goal,
thing.
which
I
is
remember going to the gym
doable.
for like a few months as part of school, and I could bench press double the weight, and I think I'd lost muscle.
You
I
lost
just
muscle. How the
yeah, I
fuck?
don't do
You,
muscle. It just doesn't happen. It's great.
yeah, okay, but you don't have enough energy or fat or anything that can be turned into muscle.
No, I don't. I think that's the point. But I got stronger, which sort of suggests in some ways I had
Like, yeah, I
it
know.
suggests in some way I gained muscle, but like not any
You
amount of
gain
noticeable muscle mass.
strength. You gain strength, not muscle.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, one thing, like, a colleague of mine is really fucking skinny, is really into sports, and goes to the gym. She might be strong. I don't know, but she looks as skinny as just bone. Like,
Yeah, but women do put on muscle much slower.
true,
About a
but she has
quarter of the
been
rate that
doing
men do.
this. She's been doing this for years,
Yep.
and still nothing. Like, I went to the gym for like 3 months. I put on a little bit of muscle, but 3 months. I
Yeah.
wasn't doing
What
it
was it?
weekly. I was just going to there whenever my dad went because I couldn't go there alone.
My chemistry teacher did Olympic weightlifting, so the bar starts on the ground. You got to get it above your head, sort of one.
I know what it is.
And she could do like more than anyone in the class.
Of
But
course.
she did not look strong at all. She
No.
just looked normal. Whereas I feel like if a man could, they'd have massive muscles. I think it's just this sort of there is a difference.
Yeah.
You get women with obvious
Well,
muscles and so on, but
it's just like. Also, I want to work out. If I had at least one person that would do workouts with me, like at least once a week on a Saturday or something, I would be so fucking down. I wouldn't
same.
I wouldn't know what to do, but I would
Going
just
to the gym with a friend would be
enjoy.
amazing. To be fair, yeah.
I would just enjoy it so much. Like I can be creative, but I don't want to be creative alone.
I don't want to just do it on my own. It's boring.
Yeah, if you have
Gym
someone
can
just
be
to
a social
chat,
thing in some ways as well.
like if I'm gonna do it, I wanna bring that person up, which in turn brings me up, and that constant cycle until we're really good at things. Like
Yeah, exactly.
that's how
Sort of
I
friendly competition and learning. Yeah.
that's how I enjoy sports. I bring people up, sometimes a bit down, but that's supportively. Just you're not good, and then they try to push me,
Mm.
and then I push them again. Like a friend of mine that isn't really good in sports, he hasn't done it for 3 years. He cycles to school. He's skinny. He's not fat. He's just good, but man, he doesn't do sports.
A kid in front of me as I was cycling home. looks really skinny, but then I noticed just how big his leg muscles were. Jesus Christ. The
Like,
man was sitting on a mountain bike, just after traffic lights. I was standing up and pushing hard on a bike that should accelerate quite fast. I wasn't moving down gear. This kid didn't move down gears. He just pushed. He just sat there like a skinny kid. Just pushed. Just zoomed off.
like when I was younger, I still had really strong leg muscles. But my arms and upper body, nothing. Just skinny as fuck. Until I started actually just doing sports, which I didn't like. I've been doing badminton for like 4 years or 5 years now. That's not a long time.
No, badminton I don't think is the.
No, but
If I think if you're gonna build muscle, badminton is like badminton's really fun to be fair.
no, but
But
that's
I always felt walking out of it like I was tired, not like I'd gained
no. I get
not
that.
like I'd gained muscle. Badminton is so fun to be fair. I loved it.
No, it's just the point where I started to actually use my upper body more. Badminton is really good footwork and mostly arm and shoulder and like upper body. That's how you hit the shuttle over the net.
Yes.
When I started doing that, I immediately felt like I was getting stronger. Not
Yes.
you couldn't see, but I felt like I could hit harder, I could run faster, I would be less tired.
You're more in shape then, I'd say.
I was more in shape. But then I started like then Corona kinda hit. I didn't do sports. I didn't lose or gain weight because I drank a shit ton of water. Like
I do this. I drink a shit ton of water, which keeps my
Two-
appetite down a bit.
2 times the amount you actually no like I drank like 5 liters a day, which is like more than you need. That's like 3 times as much as you need.
Way more than you eat. I know. I mean, I know people who don't drink much water at all. Some people just do that. They don't
Like-
drink that much, to be fair.
That's how I started like not gaining weight. I wasn't getting any skinnier. I was just not gaining weight.
Yeah, you can't eat if you're completely full because you drank loads of water. But I get this. Oh dear, I'm full because I've just drunk like a massive cup of water and my parents had dinner. Go downstairs in about 2 minutes, I can eat. I'll still manage to have like seconds and thirds because
Yeah.
metabolism go.
Your metabolism is the opposite of mine. Mine is quite slow, but if I just focus on that I'm not eating too much and too unhealthily. I've never ate really unhealthily. I just
No.
ate like my mum's cooking. Decent. I just ate bread with normal like toppings. I don't know what you would call it.
I don't know.
And then just breakfast, which is just yogurt with cereal. So it's
Yeah.
just it wasn't unhealthy. It wasn't perfectly healthy. Like
No,
just
but
eating eggs
it's-
with vegetables. I did that sometimes, but like that was occasionally.
eggs and vegetables is quite nice, but
I had it today. Good.
protein, I think is weightlifters basically end up eating like plain carbs that eat like rice, broccoli, chicken like the rest of their life,
Yeah, like
basically.
I heard a story of someone put like yogurt, just Greek yogurt, with no taste at all, just like Greek yogurt, protein powder, just that, a bit of cheesecake, that powder dough thing, what you put in the cheesecake to make it taste like cheesecake, and then
Yeah.
just a bit of sweetener, like just bit of sweetener. It tasted like, I don't know. A guy told me it tasted like it would be. I don't know. It was like jelly, but then tasted like cardboard. It was absolutely disgusting. Because
Weight
protein
gain powder basically is you mix it with water or milk or whatever and you just chug it. It's not very nice.
No, it's not nice. It's good if you want to build muscle. Like, I've seen a couple bodybuilders which are either really massive or just really
Swimmers.
they
Swimmers
no,
end up super strong, and some of their muscles are like mad.
I'm
But
more
then they
talking
don't
about
have
bodybuilders,
massive.
but like they 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 get really strong and then they start to lose more body fat, which is fine if you have lots. But if you're just really big, then like if you want to get lower body fat, then you can look like those big guys. You can't see their abs, but you can see like their big ass arms, their big ass shoulder, legs, and like just everything is big, but you can't see muscle defiance. You know, just not abs,
Yeah.
no veins, anything. And then they start losing weight by just a keto diet or just a low, I don't know, just low sugar diet or that sort of shit. A low fat diet, kinda useless, because fat is not the big deal. Sugar is. For you, maybe not, but for most people with not so fast metabolism, it's kind of a killer. Diabetes. Ah, wanna switch over to fat people?
What about them?
Well, I have a pretty big issue with them. Like,
I know people who are chunky, and I know people who are fat. So one of my friends, one of the Davids, is like 80 kilos, and no, he's a bit less than that now, and he is maybe coming up 6 foot. So he's chunky. And part of that is a lot of muscle, to be fair.
well, that's fair. 80 kilos is not that bad for someone that's almost 6 foot. Like,
No,
I am 6 foot. I weigh 80
his family
kilos.
is kind of built sort of stocky,
Yeah.
whereas my family is kind of
That
thin.
that's
Though
fine.
my dad does have shoulders like Doritos. His shoulder span is like 2 miles.
Yeah.
Just
But like the problem that I have with fat people is that I I I don't want to see that. I don't want to see fat people. Just they. I would not say
really
I have a
fat.
fear
Like,
of them.
yeah.
I would just be.
It's just,
I.
yeah. It's
I.
not very nice,
It's
yeah.
just disgusting to me. Like, you are completely in charge of your own body. Like my grandmother is severely overweight. Like I still love her because she's my grandma. If she was just a random woman, but like
Yeah.
it's just I like kind of despise fat people, not because they're necessarily fat, but because it's a choice you made. Like if you're a bit chunky, it's fine. You were not a person with a high metabolism. I don't have a
Hmm.
high metabolism. I have a bit of body fat. But like there's a difference between me getting a bit of weight, bit of fat, and then you with double my weight and then not you but like a fat person with double my weight and just layers upon layers on fat.
And there's fat people who can cope, and there's fat people who can't.
Like
You
there's
can be fit and be fat, basically. If you're strong enough, you just don't really care, to be fair.
like
I know people are a bit chubby, and they're still like, they can still cycle faster than me or whatever. They're powerful.
like there's also a difference between a dad bod or just a bit a bit
A bit.
bit wider woman. That's fine. But once you can't
Lauren.
easily stand up, yeah, Lauren is one of those exceptions.
Yes.
Well, examples. Well, yeah, she's a bit on the chubbier side. she is fine. She's short, but she's fine. But like once you have a little bit of trouble getting up, not because of old age, just because you weigh so much. Once you have trouble walking just short distances because your weight crushes your feet underneath you. Once you can't get out of bed because you don't use your abs to get up. Once you like, I'm done. Just it's just so big of an issue. I looked up numbers. 1.8 billion people on Earth are overweight.
Yeah, something like a third of Americans are obese and a third are overweight. What's funny is if I was in India, I'd be like average weight because they're not fat there, not most of them.
They're short there as well, so.
They're not that short, to be honest. Quite a lot of them are pretty normal size.
Well, they're normal, but compared to me, they're not.
They're skinny, yeah.
No, I'm just
If you search up medium-sized clothes now versus then or something, things like sports shorts, it's very obvious. People are fatter now than they were by a large amount.
Like, yeah, I just find like I would never personally be attracted to a very overweight woman.
No,
actually, never.
I couldn't be.
No, like if you're a bit like you weigh a bit more, fine, as long as you're nice, as long as you're kinda okay looking, at least. Like I'm not gonna take the garbage truck, you know. I have standards.
With somebody like that, going to the gym or whatever and getting out for exercise, so it'll be kind of a nice thing to do, and it'd be good for both of us anyway. So that's just something you can do.
Like, I personally, I could take coaching, as in just fitness coaching, as a side gig. Like I would still have my main job, but like in the weekends, I could do coaching. I personally think I could be a great motivator, or just a buddy to do fitness with. Like I'm not someone to do it on my own. I just don't go to gyms every day because I want to get gains. I want to do it because I find it fun. I want to bring people up. I want to make them healthy. Like, it's just that's my kind of mindset. I don't want to do things alone, and if my energy on doing things inspires others to do the same, that is amazing. That would fulfill me. Like, just teaching someone or helping someone achieve something that they want is good. It's really good. It fulfills me. If you wanna learn something, how to do something, and I know that topic, I could teach you that, and like, it would be so fun for me. I could be a tutor. I could be a coach. Once I'm good enough, I'm gonna teach a badminton class, because I would find that really fun. Like, I would enjoy that myself. I would.
People who can play one sport, it's always fun teaching them another. So people I know play tennis, and I'd play some table tennis with them. That was always very impressive.
Yeah.
Because they'd start off kind of net, but with about no time at all, they'd be amazing.
Yeah, it's just, it all comes with practice.
Yep.
We're deluding off topics again. One thing.
We don't have to stick to topics.
No. I get that.
We can ramble.
I get that. So, do you by any chance have any life goals?
To enjoy my life and to be healthy enough that I'm still around to see grandkids if I ever have them.
Okay. But
nice thing
any
to do.
like any smaller goals like in the next 5 years? What kind of be a little bit more?
Well, I'd like to run a half marathon. Thought that'd be fun to do. Do some cycling. I want to one of the weekends from now cycle out to like one of the villages that's a bit further away. Because I'm not a great cycler, but it's really fun. It's good for you.
It would indeed be very good.
Exactly. You're gonna get fucking lost.
Yeah, that too. But like, I am just. I really want to just be healthy. My goal now is to weigh at least under 75 kilos by the end of the year, by the end of December, let's just say. And that is absolutely achievable if I just use my. If I just stick to a diet and do a little bit more exercise than I already do. I do enough, but I want to do more.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm just gonna switch headsets because, like, right now
Sure.
what my wireless is getting off, so it might sound a bit different.
That's fun.
I don't know. Does it sound different?
Yes. You've gone from sounding like I'm in a room with you to sounding like you're between my ears.
Well, that's actually fair enough.
Slightly crackly. Make sure your mic arm, whatever, is like positioned
Yeah,
right.
that's because I'm just a bit not at my desk at the moment. Well,
Okay.
I am, but like not sitting down.
Yeah.
I hope this doesn't ruin the audio.
If
If it does, then
anything's gonna ruin the audio, it's what we say.
honestly, you're right. We're keeping it kinda just normal. It's not like our usual conversations,
I think
if you
so
know what I
far
mean.
we've only annoyed fat people. That's about it.
And I kind of annoyed Australians, but like that
Why
was.
did what was your? I was thinking about that. I couldn't remember what your thing about Australians was.
Oh yeah, the deaf laser just put it on Australia, like the
Oh yeah. Zap.
yeah.
I mean, where else are you gonna put it? Yeah, that's where you have the. That's where land is cheap enough. I think that'd be the right thing to do. To be fair.
Yeah, like it would only hurt about 25 million people, and maybe a bit of Ireland, but like who cares? No, I'm not trying to make a racist comment. I'm not racist. That was just a joke. It's not fair. I don't
For
want to
legal
get
reasons, that's
cancelled
a
on
joke.
Twitter. I don't have Twitter, so fuck you.
For legal reasons, that's a joke.
For legal reasons, that's a joke. But yeah, just life goals.
I don't know.
My thing, just lose weight and get a bit more active.
Be sort of in all ways sort of healthy. Try and be balanced, maybe.
Yeah, kind of just live my life balanced. Like,
I don't think I do any sort of. I cycle a bit, but I don't do any sort of club sport. I think it'd be a fun thing to do. Whether
I
it's a
think you would
team,
enjoy something at least.
yeah. Whether it's a team sport or it's badminton or whatever, I think that'd be a really cool thing to do.
Yeah, like I know a lot about a lot, but I'm not really good at specific knowledge. Like, I know the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell, but I don't know what
Yeah, but
else is in the cell.
everybody knows that mitochondria is the powerhouse. Oh, we were banned from saying that. One of our biology teachers just gave you a detention if you said that. You'd heard it too many times. You got a detention if you said it. We averaged about one. We averaged about a detention per lesson. Because if people knew they were free after school, it'd be funny to say it and him get annoyed. Because basically, if you knew you had homework and you didn't need to do anything, you weren't seeing friends, why not just sit in a quiet room to do it?
Honestly, fair enough.
Yeah. Piss off your teacher while you do it? Heck yeah.
Yeah, honestly, like, do you want to start on school systems or do you want to leave that?
Why not?
Why not? Okay, that's fair. That's fair. We're
I'm not
about
saying
an
how long.
hour. We're
We're
about
about
an
an
hour.
hour in.
Yeah, an hour in.
Yeah, but I feel like it's right to wrap it all up in one.
Just 1 hour. You mean?
No. But I feel like it's right to just talk about anything we can think of
Yeah, yeah.
and end it once we feel. Or end it maybe once we feel we've had enough.
Yeah. I get that. Like, you in total have 1 more hour or something like that. But like
Yeah, I've got about an hour more. Yeah.
schools, like depending on the school, like primary school, kinda just it taught you basic things, but like you wouldn't know any better, honestly. You wouldn't know any better. Like you're not smart enough to know that it's shit. You're not smart enough to know there might be other things that you might enjoy, but no, this is what you're doing. Like you're young, you don't know. Like if I would talk to younger me, which is in primary school, I would tell him, please, I don't know, do something. Don't go sit there and get bullied. Um, take on the confidence. Be the leader of your class. Just do that.
Yeah.
Like I now
Be
have
proud to be
way
you,
more
and then you do it.
confidence. I myself have way more confidence than I ever did in my entire life. Like
Yeah.
I
Just be
feel
proud to be you. You do
I
your
feel
stuff,
great
and
about
that's what you
myself.
do.
I'm not arrogant. I'm not trying to be. I just feel great about who I am, and I have goals to improve myself. School
That's just a good thing to do, though.
has not really helped me with that. It's now I'm 17 and I kind of figured out my life, at least so far.
Yeah.
All those other
You've got through
16
life so far, so you
years.
can get through the rest of your life.
Yeah.
You made it to 17. To be fair, most people make it 17. Almost everybody makes it 17.
Unvaccinated kids.
Cough on your knuckles for poison damage.
Cover your knuckles with peanut butter to inflict poison damage on your peanut allergy neighbor.
Yes.
But school
Inflict a
systems.
long-lasting toxin debuff.
Yeah. Now it's just school systems are kinda built around like teaching you basic things. Like in primary school, you teach how to talk, how to, well, not really talk, how to write, how to read, how to do small calculating things. Which, yeah, that's all good because everyone knows how to read, everyone knows how to write. Well, yeah. So that is the good fundamental things. But then they throw in things like in my primary school, they read a piece of the Bible or like something like that. I don't know exactly, but they just read stories.
We have.
And I would find them very interesting. I would not believe that it was true, but I would find it interesting.
Agreed.
Like I was put through that like my entire 8 years on that school. In the beginning I didn't know because like I was just stupid. But like after like 3 years I could understand it a bit more. And then I understand it more. And then I was like, why? Because I enjoyed the stories because everyone was quiet and it was just nothing to do. Fun. But like, why? Like, I believed my teachers weren't religious. But why do it? It's not a Christian school. Well,
All the
maybe.
teachings, though, it's parables and so on. It's useful stories for how to live your life that I think is a useful thing to know and do.
Like the
You don't.
Bible
I
is
don't.
kinda just. It's not supposed to be read like a rule book. It's supposed to be like a tad notch in the right direction. Not even a guide, just a tad notch. nudge.
Then push you the way that you should go. Yeah.
Yeah, push you to treat others fairly nicely. But other stories in the Bible, they didn't happen.
No, there was a Jesus. That happened. There was a person called Jesus who was, I very much doubt, the Son of God, but he existed.
It could
I'll
have
give him
been
that.
just a really old cult leader.
All he had to do was hallucinate some stuff. Just be a bit mentally ill. I
Yeah,
believe that.
it could have
Truly
just been
believe what he
written.
said.
It could have just been written, like, or just told that.
No one had to lie. Yeah.
My dad was friends with that person. I heard he did great, but that was clearly lying. It was
I
just
mean,
been
churches. The way some of the churches work. Why? If you give us money, you go to a nice place after you die. We get money now. We live happily in the life that we know exists, and you get to live happily in the afterlife that probably doesn't exist.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. Like, afterlife wise, I myself am not afraid of death. I would, if it were to happen to me, I would not regret it. But I do not want to die. If it just happens, it just happens.
If it just happens, it just happens. Agreed.
Like,
I think I haven't lived my life like I knew I was going to die tomorrow. If you died when you turned 18, it'd be quite different. But you don't, so it's
like, even if I knew I would have an expire date where I would just die, like, by any means.
best before.
Yeah,
best before use and then use by.
Best before just 21. I don't know, 21-3. Like, I would be 107 years old. Fucking old. If I would die at that moment, and I would know it now, I would not worry. Because I'm 107.
Oh, there's a film we should watch at some point, and I'll stream it, but there is a film we should watch.
Like, if I were to die at 107, even if I would die at 40, I would just not worry. It's gonna happen. Yeah. I'm not gonna try to prevent it. Why would I? Everyone's gonna die at some point. But, like, that's the thing. Even if there was an afterlife, I'm not gonna make good or bad decisions based on am I going to
How do you decide what's good and bad?
That's true. Can you? Who does?
Who gets to decide what's good and bad? It's it's your subconscious that makes you think that something's good and something's bad. Like, it's not what everybody thinks.
Like, I've watched a series about hell, and it's just prescribed as what you think you did bad, that's your own torture. If you think you did nothing bad, you go to heaven. No questions asked. It's not nobody punishes you, you punish yourself. That's a good philosophy. If you live life like you wouldn't, if you didn't regret anything, you're good. If you regret something, or you think you did something bad, that's torture for the rest of eternity. But yeah, life is fun. Like,
life is fun.
It has a lot of downs. I'm now on an uphill, and
I'm on an uphill.
I'm continuing to go up, and I'm
chilling. I've got a bunch of dates now. I know over the next few weeks where I'm chilling with friends and so on. And Friday afternoons is good because Friday afternoons, I think chilling with friends and somebody brings a football, and that'd be really nice. Because we were riding bikes and we went to someone's house because then we could kick a football around for a bit because that's what we wanted to do. But I can bring a football or whatever on Fridays or whatever. That'd be really fun.
Yeah.
Just kicking a football around with friends is always fun. So.
that is
Always a
fair.
good thing to.
Like
I'm not going to have you say it was unfair, to be fair. Who's it being unfair to? No one. Maybe disabled people.
it is quite sad that we're still apart. 'Cause if we were in the same room together, this podcast would be maybe better, maybe not. I don't know. It is just
Anything that's funny that was said by me or by you, if I ended up looking at you and seeing you smiling, I would burst into laughter because I did that. That would be the only thing.
indeed.
Indeed.
Yeah, we both have
Voices
funny
can almost
faces.
make me burst into laughter at this point. Hearing the smile in someone's voice.
Like you can know when I'm smiling. I talk different.
I know, yeah.
I talk differently when I smile.
I talk differently too.
Yeah, I know. But like,
Massive grin plastered on my face right now.
yeah, I know.
And listen, we didn't even say anything funny.
No, I know. But like, we're just funny
Just-
to each other.
Just thinking about stuff being funny is funny, but it's not you.
Yeah. Like, also, I didn't really want to talk about doing a podcast. Like, I just said, we're going to do a podcast. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. And I didn't talk about it anymore.
We're similar
than
enough
now.
that anything you like at this point, I'm basically gonna like.
No. It's more like, if I'm gonna just constantly talk about it, I think I'm not gonna do it. Because then I'm like,
Yeah.
do I really want to do
You've
it?
had a there's a pod at that point you can have a full podcast about how you decide to have a podcast. Why don't you get on with it? Good night. Mwah. Love you.
Good night, Joe.
Good night.
Good night,
Go to bed.
baby.
That was a quick interruption by our lovely sponsor, Cassie. You know,
How is she sponsoring us?
with lovely and kindness.
Hmm.
At least the
Measured amounts of it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it's just I did talk about it, but just not with you, because I didn't want to spoil the subject that I wanted to talk about. I didn't really want to.
I vaguely may have mentioned climate and so on. I kind of ignored it because I thought it'd be much more fun to really think about it at the time. This
Yeah.
isn't a speech. This isn't a speech we're doing. This is
Just, this
us
is
saying
just talking.
yeah. If it's a podcast, you can say it's us just chilling and talking for a bit. I'm sure I'm gonna end up listening to a lot of these.
And by the way, we're all kids here. We're not all adults. We don't know shit about politics and such. I might know a little bit, but not a lot. And also, we're not going to talk about the COVID situation, how it's bad for the world. I just kind of want to avoid that because that's a bit personal and such.
Take
Like,
everything we say with a large sprinkling of salt.
yeah, it's like you don't have to take us seriously, but you can just listen. Like that's just we talk shit to each other. Not right now
Yes.
because we're nice to each other, but like usually we're not that nice. We
are nice to each other, but it's just different.
Yeah,
I'd say.
we're just really really good friends. And if
Yes,
you
we
know,
are.
if you have a really good friend, you can say fuck
You can-
shit
you-
all to them.
Yeah, you can be.
And they
You're going to be
care.
honest.
Like
You're not going to be rude, but you're going to be honest.
I know
But you say
someone
something you don't like
that-
or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, mention it.
Like I know someone that is just if she wants something to be said, she's gonna say it, and like she's not gonna say it nicely. She's just gonna you're doing this wrong. Fix it, and I'll tell you how to fix it. But you have to listen, and like that's a good mentality. I would not bring it up that rudely though. I would do the same, but just please
I'm quite
stop
abrupt.
it.
If
Fix
somebody's
it.
doing something slowly or inefficiently, it really annoys me.
Oh yeah.
If I see people playing a video game and they're not doing it efficiently,
Oh,
really does bug me. And if I see people doing literally anything and they're not doing it as efficiently as I think they could be doing it if I told them how to do better, I may just tell them how to do it. I just don't really. It's like, yeah, it might be rude, but I don't care.
yeah.
I want them to be doing it properly. It's not about them doing a job that actually matters to me. It's just about the fact I want them to be doing it properly or better than they were.
Yeah, I would
Just
find myself as a really hardworking person because if I truly want to achieve something, if I truly want to do something which I don't find tedious, I'm gonna do it. Like I'm just gonna go to it and do it. Like there's no in between. Oh, should I do it? No, doing it and then being done is better than just. Do I really have to do this?
Yep.
Like if it's really tedious, I might think that way. But if it's just like if it's work, I'm just gonna do it. Get done with it. Done. Like after this, I'm just gonna rewatch it, or maybe do that like tomorrow evening. I don't know. And then maybe send it to a couple friends, see if they want to listen to it, and then yeah, I have to condense it to something. I could try and send
I'm
it
not
to you.
editing this.
What?
This is gonna be. This is the fun. This is.
We're not gonna
This is.
edit this. We're just gonna like send it to people, see if they like it or not.
Oh God. Including this section because funny.
Yeah, but like, it is just. I would love to eventually start a YouTube channel, but I just wouldn't know what to do. There are so many things I could make content about. I could make gaming videos, but like I would be a bit bored because most games I play like, or I've already played them, so I know what I'm doing, or I'm just not good at it, or just don't enjoy playing it and talking about it on my own.
This is why I rate ISAP, who's just stuck with BT6 for so long.
Yeah, and
He
he knows
truly
how
enjoys
to.
it.
He knows how to talk over it, talk about it and such.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, and his voice is amazing.
Yeah, like
Love his voice.
he's a good YouTuber.
Aliens Rock. Aliens Rock's editing's quite good. He has a guy called Ben Ranger, well, that's his Twitter name, so that's what he's kind of known by, who does some of the editing of quite a lot of his videos now.
Yeah.
But it's still the guy's a really good editor, to be fair. For a while, he had a whole bunch of different editors because he was trialing them out. But he seems to have found one that's really good, and I really like it.
Yeah. Like if I was gonna make videos like this, I can do because I can talk to you. I wouldn't know how to talk to a screen and then pretend it's someone else listening. I find that difficult
You
to
have to
do.
pretend that you just assume that people will listen to it. What are the people who are going to listen to you want you to be saying?
Yeah, but like I can't
It's hard,
get
yeah.
a response out of it. I'm like,
No, you can't. That's why streaming. It's just
like
if you actually have people who watch, streaming everything basically, and then all your videos come from that. It's cool because you're not recording videos; you're doing streams.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's good fun trying to actually get the content you need.
like streaming, indeed, it's fun, but like my laptop just couldn't run it. Like I've tried it. I've tried like playing Among Us or like Minecraft or like I even tried running Luck Be a Landlord. It's not a heavy game at all, but no, my computer is not good enough. My internet is fine, but like the rest, it's a school computer. It's nothing more. School laptop more. Well, Alex is left for the moment. Oh well.
No, I'm back here. My brother came in, so I was asking something. Where were we?
So yeah, about like streaming and such. I would love to do it. I just don't have the tools to do so. Like I
To be
could
fair,
do
if I'm
it.
playing Minecraft, I might as well stream it. To be fair,
Well, you
But it's-
can because you have a good enough
Yep.
PC and internet to stream.
yeah, yes,
I
I
have
do.
internet, but just it couldn't. I don't have.
OBS is horribly intensive. I know a
Yeah.
lot of streamers who always keep who have multiple PCs because they have to have one for like actually running the stream. I don't know how it works. They have like one for playing and one for streaming. They use two PCs to basically split the workload, and that's even with good PCs.
Yeah, it's just like
And I think if they remember right, they burn through the streaming PCs, even if it's like their old PC or whatever that's doing a bit of the work, and it's only doing streaming.
yeah, I don't know. Like content creating is fun. It would be really enjoyable. I wouldn't do it for the money. I would just do it for fun. But I just don't
If I
have.
could, it would be different. It would be different if I could make enough money from it that I could spend my time focusing on it.
Like, if it
To be
would
fair.
be your main gig, your main time job, I would never want that because I think YouTube is quite unstable.
I think if I could actually properly make content and know I would be know it was sustainable, that'd be different. I could spend more time doing it then.
Like, if you're instead of making YouTube, you would make like something that people already like. Let's say just you're posting videos on Patreon, so you're just getting a couple people following from other social media and such. They follow you on Patreon. You get a steady amount of cash, and you make really good quality content. And then
You know Wintergarten?
what?
Wintergarten.
No, I do
The
not.
guy who made the marble machine.
The Marble Machine.
Search up marble machine music playing, Wintergarten.
I'm just gonna get a glass of water. I'll be back. I'll
Sure.
search it up later.
It's really cool. But he has a ridiculous amount of Patreon followers.
Also, because I'm talking so much, my mouth gets dry.
Yeah, mine's getting slightly dry too. He has something like 10,000 Patreon followers, this guy.
That's
Once a week, he normally uploads a sort of update video on the progress for his new marble machine thing he's been making for years.
Yeah.
What's really cool is the first one, he was an artist, but by this point, he can weld, he can do 3D design, he can do woodwork, he can literally do everything. The amount of skills he's learnt to build a machine out of so many different parts is really cool.
Like he turned his hobby and his skill set into a job.
He turned his hobby and his dedication into a job.
Yeah, and like that,
Super cool.
it is really cool. But like, there's also a mentality that has been putting people through a lot of like hard things. Like a lot of people like be your own boss. It's good if you want that. If you don't want to live that life, you don't have to. Like,
you don't have to be your own boss if you don't want to. People
no,
say this.
I
No.
would rather work for people.
If
and
I
do
knew
my
I could
own
work
thing.
for somebody, yeah, exactly.
Like, I would work for a company and then just
Oh yeah,
do the
I want to get a
work
job.
and, like, do my own thing, but like, and then have
I'm gonna see
pretty
if I can work for one
stable
of the
financial
colleges.
situation. I would be great. Like,
Yeah, I want to
I
see if I can get a job with one of the colleges in Cambridge. Just waiting or whatever.
I would not like. I would not mind just a stable life from like 9 to 5. Like, I would have enough time for anything else. Like, in the evening, I would, instead of going to bed at 10, I could just go to bed at 12. Like, or like 11:30, something like that. And then just still get enough sleep, still do the things I want, be good, be happy. And
I would be perfectly happy with not running my own life in that way.
it would be a lot more stressful. Like, if
Yes.
honestly,
If I think of something that I really think could benefit the world, then yes, I could try my best to help the world by providing or helping with that.
Yeah.
But if I It's a cool thought.
Like, going back on the YouTuber streaming thing,
Mm.
I kind of like if I would be part of a group and then a couple of people recorded games, like a lot of maybe games that I play, maybe don't. Like, I don't know. If they did, I would enjoy that because I wouldn't need to put in effort to create content. I would just need to play games with them, have fun. Like,
There are groups that do this. They're
yeah,
normally not particularly liked. I know there's a channel where there's 4 people playing, and the problem is if you just don't particularly like one of them, it's a bit of a put off.
you mean
Yeah.
friends without benefits, maybe?
I can't remember what they're called. They played a whole bunch of games together. I think they played no, there's 4 people. I can't
Yeah.
remember. They played a bunch of games.
I think it's called Friends Without Benefits.
I can't remember that being the channel name, but quite possibly.
No, but like I know a group that like I'm still subscribed to them, but like I've never just turned it off because I don't really watch their content. I just
Yeah, I get that.
what I honestly could do is not necessarily reacting, but like memes. I could do that as a YouTube thing.
What could you do, sorry?
Like reading out memes. I know it's been done a lot, but like
I wouldn't want to do that. I think I'd be doing like the most boring content I could in some ways. Like, I wouldn't want to do that.
like I'm not saying I want to, but I think I could. I could do that. But like
Somebody who can do it is KSI, because KSI is actually hilarious. Oh, he's so funny.
oh well.
He's not particularly smart, but he is so funny. And he's, yes, 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 yes. Fuck, no, 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 no. And so on. Some of his comments he made. So, there's a picture, and it's Family Guy. And it's a condom wrapper being opened, and the condom comes out. And imprinted onto it is JJ. His name is JJ, but his channel's called KSI. Very big channel. You must know it.
I know who he is. He's
Yeah.
a black dude that is
the condom gets pulled out and he starts screaming, yes, 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 yes. And then it zooms out and it's 2 men in bed and he starts screaming, no, 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 no. And it's hilarious. It's not offensive, but it's super funny.
JJ getting put on a dick, fucking on another man's ass.
What the f are you talking about?
JJ Olatunji.
You
What?
say
That's what
that
I'm
like I don't
Get
know.
out.
Your brother's
Get
son
out.
older than you, just saying.
You don't talk about people. I do.
Get out.
Well. Well, I kind of want to talk about the giant trash island in the ocean.
It's like,
It's called
it's
England.
like the size of the...
It's called England, but like, yeah, you know.
I would say it's the size of England. If you'd waited half a second, you'd have had an even better line.
What?
I'd have said it was the size of England. I was about to say that because there is the big one is the size of England, and then you just straight up follow with England.
Yeah. Okay. Trash. It's a serious problem. I keep seeing everyone lay their masks, their bottles everywhere. It's just stupid. There's a trash bin just 2 centimeters over. No, not really, but like, it's really close. Or just put it in your pocket. Take it to a trash bin, take it out, put it in. Instead of yeet, you know?
Yep.
Okay. I have a story about Japan and trash cans.
Japan is just neat.
What?
I said Japan is just neat.
Well, there was at some point a cult in Japan that their leader was said to be psychic or telepathic. He could move things with his mind. I think that's telepathic, but like and then he had a whole following. What ended up happening was he put like neurotoxins or like something that is really fucking deadly and a lot of trash cans in the subways and busy places. So that's why trash cans are banned. They are not to be placed near anything in Japan. Because one cult leader made it all.
God,
Yeah.
absolute legend.
Yeah, but
Change
like,
society
why
by killing
trash
people.
cans though? Like, I get you want to kill people, it's really easy, but like...
Trash bins is allowed, but not trash cans. Distinction. I don't know.
No, it's just
Pontificating.
where you throw trash in. Just out of
Yes.
fear for someone to do it again, because apparently it worked. A lot of people got killed.
Oh, I know the guy. I think he died quite recently. Got killed. Put on. He got killed quite recently by
He got bedonked.
He got bedonked, I think. Yeah.
Just checking. Oh, 1 hour and 31 minutes. How did the time fly by?
With the use. Should we end it now?
I think this is a good time to end it.
I think this is a good time to end it.
1.5 hours. 1.5.
Yeah. That's all we've got to talk about, I think.
Yeah, we rambled.
We've exhausted our sort of
vocal cords.
no, but things to talk about, things that we care about.
I have
To
a
tell
shit
other
ton
people.
more to talk about. I
I
didn't
do
even
too.
reach one of my topics. I'm not going to tell you because let's save that for another episode. But that will be all from us at Marmaris. So, I hope you enjoy. And
Future me, I do not understand what the podcast name is now, so you're not going to understand what it is either.
well,
Good luck, future me. You've got homework to do.
good luck, future me, with going to a team bar where your friend didn't organize it very well and you're stuck with the consequences. Well, bye bye.